Excuse me. Hello, everybody. Pardon me if my energy is not all the way up. I'm really going to try to keep this under 12 minutes because that last video I posted took forever to upload. All these videos are coming from my phone, you guys. I'm working with what I got. But I'm going to try to keep this short, and I'm just going to say, show up anyway. Show up even when it's hard. Show up even when you don't feel like it. Show up through the anger. Show up through the sadness. Show up through the pain. And if your body can bear it, show up through the sickness. And I've had to learn this myself, and I'm continuing to learn this as I get older and as things continue to happen in life, which they will do regardless. If you're going to be alive, you're going to go through stuff, and you're not always going to be 100% doing things that you know you're supposed to be doing. And that's normal. It's normal. But I want to encourage you to show up anyway. So today's Sunday. Thankfully, I'm at a job right now where, as of now, we're closed on Sundays. So I didn't have to go to work. But if you haven't noticed already, God is really important to me. Jesus is really important to me. And so growing up in church is just like ingrained into my DNA. And the church I've been going to lately is really great. But today, I just feel that, when your throat starts to feel a little sore right before you get sick, like real sick, I'm starting to feel that try to come back. It hit me. I wasn't laid up last week, but I could barely talk last week. And it's Sunday. I really didn't feel like going to church today. I did, but I didn't at the same time. And so anyway, I ended up going. And I ended up going because I wanted to show up. I want my relationship with the Lord to continue to be consistent. And yes, you don't have to go to church to have a relationship with God, but I hold in high value the assembly of gathering with other believers. Going to church is important. We're not in COVID days no more where churches are shut down. So if you can go to church, I want to encourage you to do it. But I was really tempted to not, because I'm not feeling that great. But I went, and of course, the message was just really, really good. It was really another lesson that I needed to hear. And yeah, people could say, oh, well, you could have watched it on the internet, la, la, la. There's still something different when you gather together with other believers. The power of association, regardless of whatever it is that you're on, it's important to be around people who believe the way you do and who think the way you do, who have the same mindset. And so, I showed up late, but I showed up. I showed up not feeling 100%, but I showed up. And of course, that got me thinking about just life in general and what I am learning in my own business journey and my own personal growth journey. If you want to accomplish the goal you set out, you have to show up. And it's best to show up, even if it's not 100%. I don't subscribe to the whole, if you're going to do something, do it right mindset anymore, because it's going to be days where you can't do everything right. It's going to be days that you make honest mistakes. It's going to be days where you're just not there all the way mentally, emotionally, or whatever. So what does that mean? You just not do what you said you was going to do? Now, unless have some common sense now. If you're like physically sick, if you can't move out of the bed, of course, take care of your body, exercise wisdom, and recover and heal up. But I was already up. I'd taken my walk. I'd cooked my husband breakfast. I didn't necessarily feel like going to church, but I knew that I could, so I went. And so, again, it's best to show up with what you have than to not show up at all. And we know when we have what it takes to show up. We know when we have the excuses as well. We know. So I want to encourage you. The little bit matters. I said this in my video I posted yesterday. The little bit that you do every single day moving towards what you want matters. So even if you can't show up at 100%, still show up. I'm learning this. I've become really fond of the word neutral. You know what I mean? If it's just really hard for you to show up with a great attitude, with, a smiley, perky, and at 100% all the time, just go into neutral mode. You're not super high, but you're not super low. You're just right there in the middle, cruising. Give the polite smile, shake the hands, and handle your business and keep doing what you got to do. Keep it pushing. So I love you guys, and I'll see you in the next video tomorrow, more than likely, as I show up making another video. All right.